So let's start solving requirement B. First we need to we need to identify the assets and liabilities account. Owner's equity is fixed, so let's read the question to find how many assets accounts do we have. Open a bank account. From July 1 transaction, we have cash account and furniture account, and another transaction on July 1 we have bank account. So we have got 3 assets accounts already. Write them up: cash, and then furniture, then bank. Let's read if there are any other accounts, assets accounts. 5 purchase goods, no, there is no assets account. Sold good, yes, this is the rest on credit. So we know when goods are sold on credit, that creates a debit account or debtor account, debtor account. So we have debtor account also. I think there are I think there is no any other asset account. So let's find liabilities. There is no credit accounts, but we have bank loan on July 12. Here it is. So we have to write bank loan here. Let's write it loan only. Loan, and here we have to write creditor, just to maintain the format. And let's start to input math. Okay, date 2018, and July 1. Okay, here cash account debit, so 1,20,000 in cash. Furniture 80,000, so put 80,000 into furniture account, and we have total capital of 2,20,000, and immediately you have to subtract the amount of goods, because goods is not an asset account. You have to consider it as a expense, and expense reduces the owner's equity. So you have to subtract goods, amount of goods from the total account, from the total equity. So you can see 1,20,000 plus 80,000, this is 2 lakh, and 2,20,000 minus 20,000, this is 2 lakh. So assets equal owner's equity, liabilities plus owner's equity. Okay, July 1, open a bank account with Janata Bank by depositing 50,000. So you can see the owner has deposited 50,000 taka into bank. So on July 1, let's write it again. July 1, you have to put 50,000 under bank account, and you have also you have to also subtract 50,000 from cash, since we deposited cash amount into bank. So cash must be subtracted, and bank account must be added by 50,000. Okay. Then July 5, purchased goods from Aki Enterprise, taka 40,000, in which 60 paid on cash and the rest on check. So the payment has been made into two form, that is one on cash and other on check. So let's take my calculator, and here is my calculator. Let's resize it. Okay, so on cash, this is 60,000 of 60% of 40,000. So let's take 40,000 and 60% of it. This is 24,000. So for July 5, let's write it here. July 5, you have to so this is a purchase transaction, so you have to subtract 24,000 from cash and the rest amount from bank, because you have to remember that when we make any payment through check, it will reduce a bank account, and when we receive any check, it will definitely increase bank account. And here for purchasing goods, we have made payment on check, so it means we have paid check to the creditors, and that's why it will decrease bank account. So let's 40,000 minus 24,000, that is actually let's minus 40,000, this is 16,000. Okay, so 16,000 here, sorry, 16,000. Okay, so it will reduce 16,000, and you have also put it into the owner security account, because purchase is a expense account, and is an expense account, so it will definitely reduce owner security. So reduce owner security by total amount, that is 40,000. So write 40,000 minus here. So notice very carefully that for purchasing goods by using two types of payment, that is cash and check, you have to write cash under cash and check under bank, and must of course both of them will reduce their particular or respective accounts, and the total amount must be subtracted from owner security. Okay, this is the solve of transaction number dated 5 July 5, and I recommend you to notice this solve very carefully, and you will definitely get this type of transaction on your exam. Okay, so let's read July 10. July 10, goods sold taka 80,000, in which 50% received on cash and the rest on credit. This is just like the transaction number dated 5. Okay, so this time goods are sold, so we will receive the payment in cash and the rest on check, or sorry, this rest on credit. So the solve will be just like this. July 10, and we received cash, so 50% of 80,000, though we know it is 40,000, but I'm just checking through into my calculator. It is 40,000. Okay, so we received cash 40,000. So write it here, 40,000, and the rest part on credit. And we know when we sell any goods on credit, it will increase debtor. So write it under a debtor account, that is for 40,000 also, 50%, rest 50%. And both 40 total 80,000 will increase owner's equity, since selling goods is an income account, and income means it will definitely increase owner's equity. So write it here, 80,000. Okay, this is the solve of transaction dated July 10. So you can see 5 and 10 both are very important transaction, and I'm sure that you will get such type of transaction in your question paper. So learn them very carefully and practice repeatedly, so that you can easily remember them how to solve this type of transaction. Okay, let's move on to July 12. Took a loan of taka 50,000 from bank. You know, when we take any loan either from bank or other sources of finance, we have cash inflows into the bank, and also derives liabilities, also derives a liability, that is loan amount. So let's write it here is 12 under 12, July 12. So cash inflows 50,000, so we have to write under cash account. So it will increase cash, and it will also increase the liabilities denoted as loan under liabilities tab. So right here 50,000. Okay, this is the solve of July 12 transaction. Let's say July 15, drawings from bank, taka 3,000 for personal use. And we know when owner withdraw any amount of money from business, it will definitely reduce the capital and cash also. Since this is the cash withdraw, so it will definitely reduce the cash amount. So write under cash, this is July 15, and minus 3,000, because it will decrease the cash account, and as well owner's equity account. So minus 3,000. So for withdrawing money from the business for personal use, it will both decrease cash and owner's equity. Okay, let's say July 20, paid advertising expense. Expense means it will reduce owner's equity. You have to remember this. Expense means it will definitely reduce owner's equity, and since this is a cash transaction, so it will decrease cash too. Okay, so July 15, it will reduce cash by 5,000, and it will reduce owner's equity as well by 5,000. Okay, then July 25, bank interest allowed taka 300. Okay, interest allowed means we have got the interest from bank for our deposit. So it will definitely increase bank account. Never ever it will increase cash, because bank never allow any interest on cash. When bank decides to give you any amount of interest, it will add it to your bank account. You have to remember that bank never do any cash transaction with you. It will always transact with you through your bank account. So for July 25, July 25, it will definitely increase. Bank account. So 300 into bank account, and definitely this is the revenue or income account, so it will also increase owner's equity account. So this is the solve of July 25 transaction. Okay, let's say July 27, charge depreciation on furniture for the amount for the month taka 350. Okay, depreciation is an expense account. So definitely it will reduce owner's equity, and as well it will reduce the amount of furniture. Because depreciation is an expense of furniture. So let's write in here 27, so it will reduce furniture by 350 taka, and it will also reduce owner's equity minus by 350 taka. Let's say July 28, owner paid the bank loan of taka 25,000 by selling his wife's jewelry. Okay, so owner paid the bank loan of taka 25,000. So owner paid the liabilities of the business. You have to remember this: when owner bring anything, either cash or other assets, into business for any purpose, it will be considered as a capital account. So the money 25,000 that is brought into the business to repay the bank loan, it will be considered as a capital account. So it will add or increase capital or owner's equity, right? And it will also reduce the loan or bank account or liabilities. So the solve for this transaction is, let's write July 28, it will reduce loan by 25,000, and it will increase owner's equity by 25,000, because owner paid the loan for the business, and it will definitely increase the owner's equity, and it will reduce the liabilities of the business. Okay, so for July 30, received interest on investment. Since this is a revenue account or income account, it will definitely increase owner's equity and cash as well. Okay, then 30, it will increase cash, it will increase owner's equity. Okay, so here is the all the transaction that is inputted in our tabular format. So we can sum all the accounts, categorized accounts. So let's say the sum of all this transaction, this is cash is 1,29,500. Then I'm saying that I used here the Microsoft Excel software, so please ignore the Excel mechanism, just focus on accounting solution that I'm showing here, and the capital loan amounts should be like this, and the capital account should be like so we have to sum all the asset accounts. So here you can see sum of all account is equals to 2,83,450, and here will be the sum of liabilities and owner's equity, and this is 2,83,500. so asset equals liabilities plus owner's equity. Okay, so since both accounts are 2,83,450, so I am sure that there is no error in the math. And now we can write the comments. This is capital investment, and I write it short. This is purchase expense. Let's write expense. This is revenue. This is expense. You can write what type of expense it is, no problem. And this is also expense, or let's write only expense. This is revenue. Expense, and this is revenue, and this is revenue also. Revenue. Okay, right. So here's the solve of requirement B.